Hey guys, and welcome to Blooming Nightshade. I talked about this last night on the stream. It's a cutesy ren'py dating sim game that I'm gonna have Kirsi play, because it just seems something that would be so much up her alley.
15 weeks left in the semester.
It's basically like Monster Prom. Except everything's cute, nothing's dirty.
Class is over.
Parents happy to be free of classes for the day. The fall term just started, but it was already tiresome. Getting up from my desk, I went over to talk to my friends. Hi, Kiyomi.
She's cute.
Hi, Himeka. Did you make sure to take enough notes today? This was Kiyomi Ito. She ran for the track team. She always seemed to feel cold, so she wore her school hoodie all the time. I did, but it was a really boring class. Boring or not, it's always good to take notes. The other girl is Azumi Kawano. Even though she was only a second year, she was already captain of the volleyball team. All of her teammates looked up to her. I'll be fine without notes. You sure? Don't be so sure. How will you study for tests without anything to read from? I'll just read the book. We left the classroom and ended up stopping in the dining hall to talk. Izumi started telling us about a big game that's coming up. Usually we only play games against a few teams from the nearest town, but this year we're getting a match with a team from the city. Did you find out which city? No, but it's probably close by. No other way we could get a match. They probably we're already going to be in town then. I'm thinking that too. Izumi grinned at me. By the way, it's not too late for you to join the team. We could use someone as tall as you. I whined as soon as I realized what she had said. Stop bringing it up. You know she doesn't like it when you point that out, Izumi. That's right, your character's the one who feels self-conscious about how tall she is. But it'd be a real help in volleyball. Are you sure you don't want to take advantage of it? How did it slip noisy? Izumi shrugged it off and changed the topic. By the way, I've been hearing gossip about some of the first years dating. You two don't know anything about that? Not really. I didn't hear about it, but I'm not surprised. Maybe I should ask someone out.
And every time Himeka's wearing shorts under her shirt.
Oh my. Was that meant to be a thought? As close as I realized what I said, waving my hand in front of me. Forget it! Kiyomi rubbed her chin and thought, I wonder what your type would be. I said forget it! Even after I finally got them to change the topic, I felt embarrassed for the rest of the time I talked with them.
Okay, weeks left in the semester.
Bad friends embarrassing you?
Yeah.
I was heading back to my room after talking to a teacher when I spotted two first years standing in the hallway.
Oh, that one on the left is sad.
She's got a blind eye. At first I thought they were friends chatting in the hall, but no, one of them looked upset. The project is due this Friday. Are you sure you'll be ready on time, Atsuko? You're worrying too much, Nanami. I stepped closer, curious what could be wrong. Is something wrong? The girl who was called Nanami jumped, holding her hands over her chest and blushing hard. She was so cute. Don't worry about us, underclassmen. We're just figuring out a group project. The girl who was referred to as Atsuko nodded, but didn't say a word. She was wearing glasses, but it looked like one of her eyes was clouded over. Are you worried that there isn't enough time? I'm sure we have plenty of time. I'm not sure I'm up to it. I'm a bit spoiled, so sometimes I don't realize how tough things are. Nanami was forcing a smile the whole time, even as she belittled herself. I wonder if she was really okay. Let me know if you need help, okay? I'm your senior after all. I wasn't sure why I offered. Was it because Nanami looked like she needed help? She seemed to be okay with the offer, though. Thank you. What's your name? I'm Himeka. Thank you, Himeka. I'll talk to you later. I have to go to my club meeting.
This is inaccurate.
No?
In Japan, those who first meet each other only
Last
refer to
names.
each other by a last name.
Blah, blah, blah. Nanami left, and I was alone with Atsuko. I noticed she seemed to be watching me. She had barely said anything since I got here. Was she shy? Does your offer extend to me? She looked odd. I couldn't place why. Sure, I'll help you if you need anything. Asuka looked away. She seemed to be considering something. Was she too shy to accept the offer? I guess it's not just a cute blush that can encourage you to help, huh? I only caught some of what she said, and it didn't make sense. Did she think I didn't like her? I'll let you know if I need you. That Asuka left. I felt a negative vibe coming for her. Maybe she's not shy, she's just not good with people.
She seems so awkward.
She is, and self-conscious about the fact she's not one of the pretty girls.
She's
Weird.
cute to me.
I thought she looked more of the type who wanted to please others. Oh well, I have to remember to help those two if they need anything. That's part of why I went for Asuko, because she did look cute to me, but she thinks she's not cute. And I don't know why that kind of lures me in. After doing some homework with Kiyomi, I ended up going to the dining hall alone to get some food.
Maybe it's because it reminds you of me.
On the way, I heard someone playing the flute. I turned to see the door of the music club's room was open. I know, it's introducing you to all the girls right away and overloading you. Curious as to who is still practicing at this hour, I peeked inside. A girl with the face of a middle schooler was seated at the table. Several wind instruments in front of her. She had the scarf of a third year, which surprised me. The girl heard me enter, and she put down the flute to smile at me. Hey there, was I too loud? No, I was just curious. The girl stood up from her seat. My name is Kiku Moritani. I'm the president of this club. Kiku continued to smile at me. Are you just enjoying, perhaps? Sorry, but not really. That's a shame, but fair enough. What's your name? I'm Himeka. Maybe you'd like to come to a performance sometime, Himeka. There's no obligation, of course. Well, maybe. I've not been to anything like that. Come see me sometime. I'll provide the times we play, or I could do a quick demonstration if you wish. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Kiku smiled, apparently sensing your curiosity. Look forward to seeing you again. Left Kiku in the club room, and I heard her play the clarinet as I left. She sure was talented if she knew all those instruments on the desk. Maybe going to see her play sometime is a good idea. You don't like the super musically talented Kiku?
No, she's just eager.
We had a day off from classes as the entrance to the restricted building was removed and replaced with a wall. I ended up going to the library to read something while I waited for Kiyomi or Azumi to be free. So the day off, the library was crowded. I managed to get just to myself, but just barely. It wasn't long before someone came to take a seat at my table, though. May I have the seat?
Oh, she's cute. She's wearing fishnets.
Sure. I didn't notice that. I tended to focus on the upper half of the body.
Where are you wearing fishnets, lady?
I don't know. I looked up as I spoke, and my breath caught in my throat. The girl taking the seat from across from me was beautiful. With her long straight hair and spotless face, she looked like a princess. I had to force myself to look away before she caught me staring. It looked like she was a third year, though I was afraid to check the color of her scarf. I've not seen you around. What's your name? I said it without thinking, and I got hot from embarrassment, but the girl seemed okay with the question. My name's Shiori Goto. What's yours? Himeka Uchida? The Hime, or princess part of my name, would have made sense for Shiori. She smiled at me, and I felt my heart clench. Happy to meet you, Himeka.
Princess song. Depending on the character.
She went back to reading, and I couldn't focus on my book anymore. After a few minutes of trying, I instead started the conversation again. You're a third year, right? That's correct. Mind helping me with some of my homework if you have some time later? I was being a huge creep. I felt my cheeks burning up. She's going to turn me down so hard. I suppose I can try, though I wonder how much help I'd be. Thank you! How did I get so lucky despite being a creep? Let me know when you need help, and I'll take a look. I will, thank you so much. I pretended to go back to my book to hide my excitement. I just wish I had a better excuse to spend more time with Shiori. Would she be upset if she knew I only asked her for help because she was pretty? I realized that I was starting to have a lot of people that I had promised to spend more time with. While I didn't want to neglect any of them, I should probably pick one person to focus on. Who should you spend the most time with this week?
Next week? Not this week.
Well, it's going to ask you the same question every week.
I shouldn't neglect any of them.
Well, you can neglect whoever you can be friends with or neglect whoever you want, but who you spend the absolute most time with will be, you know, who you're trying to go to.
Ah! I forgot.
What? Did you click the left mouse button? She had me reverse my mouse for this because she wanted us to stick to her seat, but she still wanted to play this.
And I'm also left-handed.
And she's left-handed. I made my way to Shiori's room, worried she might call me out for not actually needing help with my homework. When I got there, it took a moment before she responded to my knocks. Sorry, I was in the middle of something. Oh, sorry, is this a bad time? It's fine, I have it paused now. Was it a movie or something? At any rate, she showed me in. As Shiori cleared her desk so we could work, I noticed that she had been in the middle of a video game menu screen was showing on her TV. Yeah, she's a gamer girl. Okay, you can put your book here. What is it you're having trouble with? Physics. Not the best with that either, but I'll try to help. She and I went through my homework for a few minutes, but she hadn't remembered much about the class. Eventually, it felt too awkward to keep going, so I tried to find something else to talk about. Did I interrupt something when I came in? Oh, the game? I was just saving Era 4. It can wait. Saving what? So you play video games often? I'd say so, yes. The princess-like image of Shiori didn't really fit with the image of a gamer. Do you want to play something next time? Maybe? I needed some time to come to terms with the idea of Shiori being a gamer. We finished the problem we were on. Then I headed back to my room. I ended up confused when I tried to figure out Shiori. She's a pretty gamer girl. They exist.
I need to start doing that.
Do you want me to switch my mouse back? I still couldn't quite understand how someone that seems so princess-like as Shiori could be a gamer, but my curiosity got the better of me. I decided to take her up on her offer to play.
There we go.
When I got to Shiori's room, I thought I heard her curse right as I went to knock. After my knock, I heard a heavy sigh and a dejected Shiori opened the door for me. Hey Himeka, did you knock before just now? I had my headphones on. No, I just got here. Shiori looked at her TV, which displayed the word failure in bright red. Then she forced a smile for me. I just got an opening, looks like. You wanted to try playing something, right? Sure. I wasn't really sure about this, but I didn't want to back out now. Shiori fixed her hair and went to get something set up. After a moment, I was sitting next to her with a controller in my hand. Let's see, have you played games much before? At arcades sometimes. Right. That seemed to be enough for her to make some kind of decision, and she picked out a game to play. Dark NG2 is pretty basic when it comes to controls, so this shouldn't be too hard to get used to. I'll explain as we go. She started what she called a co-op campaign and taught me the controls as we played. I felt I was dragging her down the whole time, though. Shiori tried to give me encouragement, but I wasn't used to having so many controls to keep track of for a video game. Imagine all my hotkeys. Even after I started getting an idea how to play, I still felt like dead weight. I just knew more about why it was useless. Hang tight, I'll res you as soon as I take out this brood.
Resurrect.
Resurrect. In the end, I left Shiori's room really confused. Why did I start spending time with her again? Was it because she was pretty? Yes, it was exactly because she was pretty. And you making a very weak excuse that you needed help with your work. On my way to ask a teacher a question when I saw Atsuko wandering the dorm hallway seemingly lost. I approached her, curious why she was so unsure of where she was going. I noticed she had a notebook in her hand. What are you looking for? Atsuko frowned and turned to look at me. I found someone's notebook. I'm trying to give it back to them. Oh, really? Does it have a name on it? It's Shiori Goto. Oh yeah, I know her. Want me to help? Atsuko looked away. I'll do it myself. Just tell me how to find her. Okay. I explained how Atsuko could find Shiori. She nodded along. Once she had the information, she turned to leave. I'll go get it back down then. Thanks. With that, she left. I scratched my neck and tried to figure out why she didn't want me to come along. Then I remembered I had somewhere to be too. I shrugged off Asuko's situation and went to go find the teacher I needed to talk to.
8 weeks left.
Halfway done. Despite my rocky first few meetings with Shiori, I decided I'd actually try to get to know her. With that in mind, I went to her room. It was still odd to think of someone that looked like Shiori as a serious gamer, but maybe I was the only one who was surprised. Lots of people play games, after all. I had another surprise when I got to her room, though. Oh, Himeka, come in. Let's continue where we left off.
Her hair's different.
It's messy. She seemed strangely excited to see me, even though we only recently started spending time together. More surprisingly to me, her hair was a total mess and her clothes looked slept in. Did you not shower or anything today? Oh, since there's no class today, I decided to sleep in. I was up till 3 a.m. last night. Sounds familiar. This wasn't what a princess would look like, is it? Come on, let's go. Her enthusiasm swept me up with her, and I went along with playing the game. Well, while we played through a slow part, I ended up deciding to come clean about a few things. Shiori? Yeah? To be honest, I never really pictured you as a gamer. Huh? Why not? On class days, you look almost like a princess. A princess? Shiori blushed. I'm no princess. I just don't want people to say I look gross, so I make sure to look good when others will see me. Is that why you talked to me, though? Because you thought I was like a princess? Yeah, sorry. Shiori nodded. It's fine, though. I wonder. Do you still think of me as like a princess, even after seeing me like this? That felt like a dangerous question to answer. Saying yes after seeing her with bad hair might seem like a bad joke, but saying that I don't think that way anymore could be a bit mean. Do I still consider Shiori a princess-like person? Maybe I do, or no, but that isn't bad. I don't know if you're really a princess, but I don't really mind. Maybe we can still be friends, or if you're okay with me even after this. Shiori chuckled, and I was confused until I saw that I had been killed in the game. I'll revive you anyway. I'm not too upset. Consider my acceptance of your friendship. Thanks. I wasn't sure how much of it was the joke and how much of it she meant, but I was glad she didn't seem to hold a grudge. We didn't get much farther after that, but Shiori made me promise to come and finish the game with her later. I guess that's something I'll have to get used to if I want to be your friend.
Yep. 7 weeks left.
While looking up a book in the library, I noticed Shiori and Kiku talking at a table near the back. Inching closer, I noticed that Shiori was holding out her phone and Kiku was leaning in close to it. Curious, I walked over to them. What are you two doing? Shiori glanced up at me. Oh, hello, Himeka. I was wondering what kind of instrument was being used for a piece of music I was listening to. When I saw Kiku here, I decided to ask her. Kiku nodded, stepping back from the phone. I might need a moment. Can I listen? Sure. Shiori held out her phone. I stepped in close to listen. The sound of the phone was set to something quiet to avoid disturbing others in the library, but I could still just barely make out the music. But it was nothing familiar to me. It was entirely instrumental. I kept listening, expecting singing, but I got nothing. Oh, what kind of music is this? Shiori looked away, pulling her phone back. Just something I heard somewhere. Background music for a game. Probably. It looks like it sounds like something from a movie or maybe a video game. A game, huh? Well, I suppose that makes sense. At any rate, I might need to look into this. It doesn't sound like a standard wind instrument like a flute. I have a few ideas, but I want to double check before I make any claims. That's fine, you don't have to worry about it. It's fine, I'm interested too, so if I find anything, I'll let you know. Shiori smiled, nodding. Nod. Thanks. Feeling a bit like an intruder now, I excused myself and left. I wonder how many kinds of instruments there are, now that I think about it.
A lot.
There are a lot. I was going to go to Shiori's room to talk to her when I saw her in the hallways. I ended up following her to the library, where she sighed deeply as she pulled out a number of big books. Hey, Shiori. She looked at me, her eyes glazed over. She gave a half smile. Hi, Himeka. What's wrong? Shiori slumped over at the table. I'm playing so much of the Salvation MMO that I forgot to write a report. I decided to force myself to do it here so I can't be tempted. When's the report due? Tomorrow. How long is it supposed to be? 5 pages? Oh god. How much do you have? I'm starting to come up with ideas to look up now. That was really bad. Like, oh my god. Hey! Like a procrastinator I know. Do you want any help? Maybe.
Procrastination night. Tomorrow.
Are you sure you want to help? You probably have better uses for your weekend. She's right, but I don't think I'd be able to relax knowing that you're going through. What a lame senior I am. I took a deep breath and sat down across from Shiori. What can I do to help you? Maybe flip through chapter 15 of this book. The assignment sheet is here. We went over the assignment together, picking out a topic and putting together whatever we could think of that might work. If it were me doing something like this, the teacher would know I barely tried, but Shiori's phrasing in the drafts made her paper almost sound like it wasn't done at the last minute. At the sunset, Shiori left to go print out the paper and bring it to her room. I vowed to never leave a paper to the last minute, no matter what. Life lessons! When I saw at Shiori's room, she made a big deal of gifting me a flash drive. You saved my life with that paper, so I made you a gift. What kind of gift is it? Shiori smiled, hands clasped behind her back. They're unofficial copies of a few of my games. Pirated games! Don't worry, it's nothing recent or DRM protected. Okay, responsibly pirated games, I guess. I didn't really know what any of that meant, but I decided to pocket the gift without too many questions. Thanks! Shiori took my hand and led me over to her game setup. Come on, let's finish what we were playing before. I went along with her since she was too excited for me to want to stop her. It took us a while, with me stumbling around, but we finished the game we had been playing. Still fun after the 7 playthroughs. More games need to be so replayable. I know, right? I didn't know how to respond, and Shiori noticed my silence. Do you like it? Think you're getting used to games? It was pretty fun, I guess. I knew I was terrible at the game, but it did seem kind of fun to mess around, even if I didn't do well. Do you have any other types of games, or maybe something like this one? I'll pick out some options for you next time, and we can see what you like. Okay. I headed back to my room for now, wondering what other kinds of games there are. A lot.
Just like with the instruments.
A lot. Okay, so it does only ask you once who you want to spend the most time with. I sighed as I left my homeroom for the day, not looking forward to the paper I had to write for tomorrow. What did you learn from Shiori? Who assigned the paper that is... Okay.
That's different.
It was assigned due the next day. Okay. On the way back, I saw Kiku and Shiori walking together in the hallway. I decided to say hello, if only to distract myself from the inevitable. Hey Kiku, Shiori, how are you two doing? Oh, hello Himeka. They waved at me, both of them smiling. Shiori's going to sit in the music club meeting. Do you want to join us? Sorry, I have a paper due tomorrow. What is it? Was it assigned today? Yeah. Shiori shook her head, frowning. That's never fair. I know, right? I'm sorry to hear that, Himeka. Good luck with your assignment. Thanks. I waved at them half-heartedly. I almost wish I could join them, if only to get away from my homework. I know that feeling. Hang in there, Himeka. I smiled a bit at Shiori's encouragement, nodding to her. Then I turned to walk toward my room. I hope they managed to have fun. I sure won't be having any fun today. It's getting so close. As was becoming my usual free time activity, I went over to Shiori's room to see if she was okay with me playing games with her. When I got there, though, it seemed like she was in the middle of something. Sorry, let me wrap this up first, then we can play something together. You don't need to rush. I sat next to Shiori, watching her play a strategy game. It was crazy how many things she was able to keep track of at once. I like strategy games. The game kept going despite Shiori's attempts to finish it quickly. Eventually, she started squirming where she sat. Come on, just resign already! I didn't want Shiori to feel pressured to finish things quickly, but I wasn't sure how to encourage her. Sighing, Shiori glanced over at me. Sorry, this must not be very fun to watch. It's fine, I don't want to make you feel like you have to hurry up things up. But I'm keeping you waiting. She shook her head. Honestly, this kind of thing is why I don't really try to reach out to people much. I always feel like I just annoy or disappoint people. I can sort of see where Shiori's coming from, but I still think she's exaggerating how annoying she is. I should try to say something to cheer her up. Friends will forgive you, or you've got me. Yeah, the top one seems more like you're trying to romance her, where the bottom one seems more like just normal friendship. Well, you don't have to go looking for new friends if that makes you uncomfortable. You got me at least. Shiori glanced over at me and then seemed to nod to herself. You're not upset that I'm taking too long with this? Of course not. I don't want to interrupt your game before you're finished. Thanks. Shiori smiled, giving me hope that she wasn't as worried about annoying me now. Oh, I figured out a way to finish this faster, I think. Let me try. In a few minutes, Shiori managed to finish the level with the trick she thought of. She stretched her arms and neck, sighing. Finally, now we can do something together. Let's make it something worth the wait, then. Shiori chuckled, turning to look at me. Sure. We weren't able to play much as much as Shiori as we had planned, but it was still fun to spend time with Shiori. I hope she's still worried about annoying me. 2 weeks left. Looking for a reference book in the library, I caught a glimpse of Shiori sitting in the corner seat. Taking a closer look, I noticed that she was playing a game on a portable game system of some kind. I sort of wondered what she was playing, so I decided to head over to her and check out. Shiori didn't seem to notice me approach, since her head never rose from looking at the screen. I peeked over her shoulder to try to see what she was playing. It looked different than most of the other games I've seen Shiori play. It was mostly a static background with character images on top of text boxes for dialogue. Like the game we're playing! As I watched over the next minute or two, the screen changed to a full-screen image of a girl hugging a featureless character. I assumed to be the main character of the game. What kind of game is this? Shiori nearly dropped the game system. I flinched, realizing I should have made sure she knew I was there first.
Don't sneak up on a gamer.
Man, you scared me. I completely missed hearing you walk over. You're right, sorry. So, what kind of game is that? I've never seen you play that kind before. Shiori glanced at the screen for a moment, then shrugged and tilted it so I could see. It's a romance game. It's kind of like an interactive storybook. At certain points of the game, you have to pick from a set of options that can change the way the story plays out. She tapped the girl on tapped on the girl shown on the screen. For instance, this game has two potential love interests: this girl and someone else. The choices I made led me to this storyline. Does any of that make sense to you? Made-a joke is made up. I think I have an idea. It's sort of like two books in one, right? In a sense, yes, though I'm sure I could have explained something better. Don't worry about it. I looked down at the book I had hunted down for my project, sighing. I looked back at Shiori. Maybe you can explain these games to me a little more before I have to go to this project. Shiori chuckled softly, then motioned for me to take a nearby chair over. Okay, how should I explain this? I don't know if all the information was going to stick in my head for long, but Shiori ended up telling me a bunch of things about the kind of game she was playing. By the time I had to go to work on my project, I wasn't dreading it as much because of how interesting it was to listen to Shiori. The last week. I let my head out of my open books, feeling the energy leave my body. You're going to tear that page out. Don't do that, Himeka. You're the only one who brought the book with us. I forcefully stood up in my seat. My friends and I had gone to the library to study for final exams. Too much. There's too much to study. That's why we have the review sheets. It's still too much for me to remember. Why is there too much? If we cut this in half, maybe I'd survive it. Kiyomi sighed through her glasses. You complain like this too much. You've passed every test. Mostly with C's or B's. Not everyone needs to have straight A's. She sort of has a point. You're also wasting time. You could be reading that book. I slipped my seat, picking up the book and started to look it over. I never want to see another triangle after this class. Screw the triangle. It's language studies that I hate. When am I going to need to know these dead letters? Kiyomi shook her head, pulling out a pair of headphones. Did you pick out studying music or something, Kiyomi? No, I'm canceling noise with my noise-canceling headphones. Too bad the headphones were noise. We went back to her reading. Izumi and I figured what she meant and looked at each other in defeat. So where's the noise? I guess. I sighed deeply, passing the math book to Izumi. I'm gonna practice writing English. Maybe I can write about eating a banana or something. Izumi shut the book she was reading and took mine. What color will the banana be? Maybe red. I am with Kiyomi in this situation. I could hear the idiocy even with my headphones.
Bananas aren't red.
They are not. Go back to the physics land, Kiyomi. I'm going to draw triangles while Himeka eats a red banana. What a bunch of stupid classes. I forced myself to get back to work. As much as I hated exams, I understood why the classes were important. Just why were triangles so complicated? Triangles.
Triangles aren't complicated. Triangle.
I just texted Shiori to tell her that I was going over to her room when I heard a knock at my door. Answering it, I found Shiori standing there. Woo! Hello, Himeka. I was just about to go see you. I got your text. I just happened to be walking by, so I decided to swing over and pick you up. Thanks. A little odd, but that was how Shiori was sometimes. So, shall we go? Yeah. We went over to her room where she had a stack of games for me to try. We ended up going through half the stack, not because I didn't like the games, but because I wanted to see what Shiori had. I was starting to get a better idea of how Shiori spent so much time with her games. And this one's a stealth game about a ninja with poisonous tattoos on his body. He has to sneak to the end of the level without being caught. You get rewarded if you only kill when you have to. That sounds tough. Shiori looked at me as if examining my face. You're not bored, are you? No, of course not. Sorry, I guess I got a little worried. It's fine, really. Come on, let's try this one here. We ended up playing for most of the day. By the time I went to my room, it was already dark. Winter break! Lay down in bed, exhausted. Today marked the end of the semester. I had finished my exam just minutes ago. Starting now, the school gave us a few weeks off before the next semester began. Some girls were probably packing to go home for New Year's, but most of them, like me, were going to be sticking around. That's just how boarding schools work, though I got used to it since I could talk to my family on the phone or on social networks anyway. It was kind of nice being away from home with no homework or classes to deal with, if only the closest town wasn't almost an hour away by bus. I was thinking about the winter break when I realized that Christmas was this week. I sat up wondering what I should do. Not everyone considered Christmas a big deal, but I liked it. My parents always gave me at least 1 or 2 presents each year. Aside from presents, I was told Christmas was a romantic holiday. You were supposed to spend Christmas Eve with someone you loved. I could maybe try to set up a Christmas party with my friends. We could go into town and buy presents and then do a gift exchange. Or shall I try something different instead? I decided to send a message to each of my friends, seeing if they had any plans. As some effort, I managed to get a lot of them to agree to a party. We agreed to take part and take a bus into town and buy presents for each other, then do an exchange on Christmas Eve. After deciding on the dining hall, the party location, I laid down on my bed to rest. Planning the party took a lot of work. I hope everyone has fun. The Christmas party came, and everyone that had agreed to come arrived to exchange their presents. Shiori was the first to open her gift. When she unwrapped it, she found a set of calligraphy brushes inside. Who bought this? Oh, that was me. A bit of a last-minute decision. Shiori added, though her smile looked a bit forced. Next was Kiyomi, who ended up unwrapping a makeup kit. Maybe my cousin will want this. Who's this from? I assumed that was a thing girls like to get as a present. There was a bit of tension in the air, so Kiko went for the gift she had selected. I wonder what's inside this one. Opening the box, she pulled a few measuring cups and other small kitchen supplies. I couldn't decide on just one. They're all pretty small, so I think it's still fair, right everyone? It's fine by me. Izumi flipped her own gift box around to find the seam, then tore open the wrapping. Let's see here. She pulled out a set of socks. It looked like they were made specifically for cold weather. They were so thick. Those are from me. I tried to pick a size that would fit most people here.
Yes, the person who's always cold.
Yeah. I might need these soon. My own socks are wearing out. Atsuko went next, taking the smallest box. I was a bit nervous since it was the one I bought. Opening it, she spilled out some Christmas-themed candy into her palm of her hand. Not very creative, but could be worse. Who provided this present? That would be me. Thinking with your stomach, huh? Trying to grow big and strong? Izumi, come on, not here. Nanami was poking at her box nervously, so I motioned for her to get started before Izumi teased me anymore. Inside Nanami's box, there were 2 sports brand energy bars and a DVD of some sports movie.
Izumi.
It was meant to inspire whoever picked it out to go and join a sports team. I had a specific target in mind, though.
No means no.
Well, you missed. Some of the other girls looked confused, but I think I knew what Izumi meant. Thank you for the gift. I took a deep breath and slid my present closer to me. Only Shiori's present remained, if I was keeping track correctly. I wonder what Shiori bought. Well, see in just a minute. Opening the package, I found a copy of a novel from the Salvation series.
And the Motayan book.
Motayan book. I had read it myself recently, so I wanted to share. I almost expected a video game, to be honest, but this makes sense too. This looks like everything. Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. Let's get some food, then we can call it a night. After getting something to eat, we broke into smaller groups to chat for a bit. Eventually, though, it was down to me, Izumi, and Kiyomi. You made a lot of interesting friends this semester, Himeka. Yeah, I wouldn't have expected you to hang out with some of these girls. Is it really that strange?
Yeah.
Izumi shrugged. Maybe not, but it seemed like you branched out a lot more than you usually do. I'll choose a space artist.
My hand is starting to fall asleep.
Kiyomi rubbed her chin. I wonder what? Was it because you were trying to find a girlfriend? I felt my face get hot and my mouth didn't move right. Kiyomi only noticed that I didn't respond. How did that go, by the way? I told you, it wasn't like that. I was just thinking out loud. Maybe you were being more honest with yourself than usual. Izumi! Kiyomi fixed her glasses. Well, you're still young. I'm sure you'll find someone someday. Come on, why are you two so obsessed with this? Kiyomi and Izumi looked at each other, then grinned. Well, we were kind of hoping you'd get a girlfriend. I was going to make a bet on it, but Kiyomi and I wanted the same thing, so it fell through. You almost cost us top yen, Himeka. We both would have lost a bet like that. I hit my face behind my hands. You two are so mean. They were betting on whether you'd have a girlfriend by Christmas.
God, Dateless.
And that's pretty much how my Christmas party ended. I made a lot of new friends this term. Even so, I guess Kiyomi and Izumi were right. I didn't end up finding a girlfriend yet. Oh well, I can always try that in spring. For now, I'll just enjoy having friends like these.
I'm Dateless.
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'd already played this and got the Atsuko ending myself. So I just figured Kirsi would like this game too, and well, how did you feel about it?
My hand went numb.
Do you want to go another round, or?
No.
Okay, that was a lot of reading for me anyway.
No. It was cute, but
No, okay. I'm probably eventually going to play through and get the endings for all the girls. And I did read in the itch.io page, this game's free on Steam. It started on itch.io as like just a demo. And I did read on the itch.io page that there was the option of trying to go for multiple girls, but that option could end up blowing up in your face with getting caught and just having a sad ending. So at least we didn't have that happen.
it's still sad.
Well, sad-ish. You didn't get a date, but you got a lot of friends. And one of your friends shared a bunch of responsibly pirated games with you.
Yeah, she already responsibly pirated. Because they're older, and weren't protected.
Yep. Which, during the time when I was playing pirated games, was kind of the rules that I followed. I'd only get games that were old enough that no one would care, and that had no DRM.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a Blooming Nightshade. We we or I might come back to this to get more endings, but
I'm Dateless.
Kirsi's Dateless.
Wow, wow, wow.
Bye-bye, everybody.